How's it going, guys? What's up, Lejean? What's up, Timo? Alright. I think we have about an hour before the daily reset. Alright, I played 2 races on the first day and I'm still in the top 50%. I think people aren't playing this mode, so I think we'll be fine staying in the top 50. Not really any important rewards, so don't think I really need to play that. What's going on, butts? Still need 41,000. See if we can get our daily win. Play Minnesota because it's a really slow ship, so it's a pretty chill ship to play. Probably a good warm-up ship as well. I think any ship that makes you not have to think too much is a good first ship to play for the day. You got Schlieffen? You mean you bought the bureau? I don't think you have the ship yet. Considering that I've actually been using doubloons to boost the bureau, there is no one that should have Schlieffen yet. And I've also been doing all the daily trials every day. Alright, well, we're top tier. Hopefully, I think I'd prefer having a black on our flank rather than a Xingyang. No, 30 mil. Okay, yeah. Well, just the way you said you got Schlieffen. I don't know if he was trying to say you got the ship or if you just bought the bureau, but yeah. Should have probably just assumed it was the bureau. Scalp the CCs with Schlieffen content? I mean, they already had the Schlieffen. I don't know if they had it for 1 week or 2 weeks this time, but they usually get the legendary ship for a little while when they come out. But definitely going to be playing Schlieffen a ton once I get it.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Okay, with these 2 battleships trying to... I was going to say with them looking like they're kind of running to the other side, there wasn't going to be a destroyer here. Also kind of wished our carrier flew over the destroyer and actually spotted him instead of going all the way around. What ship is further? It's the Iowa. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 destroyers here. I think we had a pretty good shot. Apparently not. Got a lot of hits. It's not a lot of damage. go for shells. Get there. Oh, Sun Yang's dead.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Oh, unfortunately, there's still one more destroyer. And all those guys turned in. I think the ship is thick enough that we shouldn't get citadeled. And we probably could. It's just less likely, kind of like the California. Alright, I need to just turn around. Schlieffen's gonna get nerfed. I'm sure it will. I think the main battery reload and secondaries. I think it's gonna keep the secondary range, but probably have like a 32-second reload like the Ruprecht. Alright, is that Alabama gonna shoot again? Alright, there's a shot. I think he's turning in though. And he slowed down. Well, I don't think we're gonna be able to stay away from their black for very long because this thing is so slow. Also, our other flank seems like they're struggling. Alabama's turning out. Probably gonna turn back in again. Yamato's gonna get a buff. I doubt that. I feel like the Yamato's fine as it is. I don't know why our destroyer still insists on pushing in.
Enemy battleship sighted.
What kind of cruise do they have? Edinburgh.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
We did lead enough, but I don't know how much shells are gonna hit him. Never mind, we didn't lead enough.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Alabama's slowing down, turning out. I think we use our plane here.
Enemy heavily damaged.
Hopefully the Republic can kill him off. Nice. Shema buff one. I feel like that ship may get a buff just because the typical players that use it die in like the first minute. There's some decent players that don't actually die and do really well. But I think it's like the Fletcher. I didn't think the Fletcher needed a buff a couple years ago, but it still got it because it was underperforming, even though it was really good. I wonder if this guy's sitting in Will to Rebuild with the black. Probably is. This guy's shooting at our CV. I wish our Republic kept going to the other side of this Iowa.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Fighter returning to ship. Enemy battleship foundered.
Did he see
Cruiser
me?
sunk.
I can't really angle the circle, so I assume that was a Citadel. Or he just got a lot of pen damage. Alright, well done. Can't keep running. We're down on too many points. What kind of carrier do they have? Parsifal. Oh, those... Why do those have to land in the water? Alright, he's most likely gonna... Oh, here's the torps. Okay, well, he has a long reload. Oh, come on, early. I think we're dead though. We couldn't kill him.
The ship is on fire. Enemy battleship destroyed.
Minutes to kill the carrier and kill off the destroyer. Carrier needs to go find... I don't know where his planes are going. Planes, where's these planes coming from? It was coming from over there. He might still be behind the islands. You have to keep turning to not get sitted out by this guy. Alright, if you can survive this first drop, we can get off our heel. I don't know where our carrier's going though. Where his planes are going, rather. Hello, spot over here. I don't think we find the carrier in time. Even then, if he gets spotted, I'm sure he's behind this island. It's also Parsifal, so planes are fast. He could be at the back of the map and still be coming back really quick. He recalled his Tort planes. He could have spotted the carrier so much quicker. I don't think our carrier knows what's happening. And their CV is not that great either. Our CV recalled his bombers. It's like he's trying to lose. He's also Shokaku, so it's really easy to find stuff because your detection is low. Well, that's really unfortunate. We did everything we could. Yeah, Republic and I were doing everything we could for the team. Kind of really unfortunate though. Well, that was a decent first game. Still didn't get our first win though. Alright, I think I go back to a normal build. Let's see what we can do with that instead. It's unfortunate because this is the meme build with like full damage is like the only thing I actually enjoy playing with Georgia, but all the rest of them don't really need this build. They're better off with the accuracy build. Oh, past them actually. Yachino. Alright, 4 destroyer game. Two Yamatos. I think we can do fairly well against Yamatos just because our torp protection is 38 millimeter thickness, and it's a very large or long torpedo bulge. You can see how far it extends to the bow. There's a really small spot where the Yamato can actually overmatch.
General quarters.
Although improved pen angles on Yamato shells plus overmatch, and this being a big circle really, still think we're going to take a lot of damage.
Enemy force detected.
Expecting him to keep turning off.
Enemy severely damaged.
Wonder if he doesn't have range. What's my rudder shift? I'm pretty sure it's something like 20 seconds. Des Moines is currently outranging me. Oh, Arkita's dead. Oh, he only took half his HP. 2 salvos of more than 20k, 12 shells for 46,000. Alright, now we start turning in since Pomeran wants to go around. Something at 4 torps. This is at 46, maybe he's using blue. If we had the range upgrade, we could probably reach that Des Moines. Really wish we had it. What is our range? 17.4. Well, if we keep going in this way, and Des Moines gets spotted sailing in a straight line in that opposite direction, we might have a chance to lob. Oh. This is at 46. Well, maybe we help our Mogami with that Pomeran. Unfortunate. Alright, this Pomeran's probably going to charge in. I'm going to try to keep a broadside angle as long as I can. Radar. Well, that Pomeran's probably not going to be back in the battle for another 5 minutes. Two Yamatos running. We have all 3 caps. We don't really need to push anywhere. Kita, hopefully you can kill that that Zed. Alright, he killed it. Oof.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
We went from 46,000 to 81. Did we shoot at anything else? I don't think we did. So that was what, like 35,000 damage or so? 36?
Spotter returning to ship.
Man, Iachino makes such a huge difference.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Our team has taken the lead.
Even though we have all the caps, our team is still just charging in. And they're all still dying, which is not good. Gonna need to kill this Pommern and then help our Kita as much as they can when he spots that Shima. I think it's a Shima. Yeah, they're both Shimas.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
He turned around. Part of me wants to go forward to not let this Pommern be in secondary range. But it looked like the Shima was coming back again. Alright, turn my guns to the front now. Since Pommern wants to run again. Kita's going in to try and spot the Shima. So I definitely need to be able to help him. I wonder if the Shima's going south this way. It would make sense since we were, I guess, technically a broadside to their spawn. What is our other destroyer? A Daring. So far back. Is he afraid of a Shima? He's full health as well. He needs to be closer to torp these Yamatos. Alright, well, we're spotted by the destroyer now. Oh, you're kidding me. 2 torp protection hits. Alright, we got one of the Yamatos.
Battle ends in 5 minutes. Enemy battleships
Did
sunk.
give a little too much broadside trying to get all our guns off.
Spotter returning to ship.
We're running Cunningham and Ichino. Yeah, I am. I switched from my meme build for damage. It's only really useful in Georgia, that's why. Our daring has not been even trying to hunt their destroyer. Hopefully Kita doesn't get caught by Shima with Palmer to help. Alright, this Shima's definitely coming from in front of me.
Main turret critically damaged.
Our daring needs to start shooting this Yamato. Yep, there he is. Alright, hopefully Yamato doesn't dev strike me, although I'm turning and lifting my Citadel.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Also looks like he has really good dispersion.
Torpedoes astern.
This thing's too fat to dodge anything.
Ship is on fire.
Our daring played way too passive. He has full health. He landed a torp. He could have easily started shooting at him and farming from smoke since I had him spotted too. We do still have points lead. So hopefully this guy can at least kill the Yamato. Although he's, 10 kilometers away and still trying to torp it. Instead of being, 5 kilometers and trying to torp. I also did a decent amount of damage to Shima, so hopefully Kita can actually kill him off. Although this guy has less HP than the stock Kita, so he's using a torp build. Kind of want to know how this ends up since we're still winning on points. Shima's guns are probably the wrong way. Oh, Yamato shot it in though and he's sailing straight. That's so unfortunate. If Yamato dies, there's a small chance that he gets a solo warrior. Depends on if this torp hits him though. Doesn't look like it will. What a shame. That was the black on your team last game? Oh. Well, I guess that makes sense. The black really didn't do anything. Even just, I think, ran away. This guy has a 6.5 or further detection. He's literally not gonna outgun a Shima. Well, unfortunately, another really good game that tried to do our best, but our teammates didn't allow it. Can only carry so much. What a shame. Maybe should have targeted the higher HP Yamato when they were both sailing broadside. Well, actually, both that and the fact that that other Yamato survived with such a low amount of HP. If Kita also wasn't using what is it? Glass cannon? No, it's not glass cannon. What is the torpedo boat skill? Fragile threat. He was using fragile threat on a stock hull. That's why he only had 16,000 hit points. In a gunboat of all things. $841. I still want to get my first win in this so I can get the range. Get my first daily win from this. I don't want to boost it. I feel like I want to have something to grind for. Otherwise, I don't think I'll ever play Minnesota again. Full health during second from bottom. Yeah, really unfortunate. Guess that's what happens when legendary tier ships are a login bonus. Okay, what is this, 2 versus 2? It's an Xbox only. Although, we can play this fairly aggressively. And if we're lucky to brawl the Palmer, we might be able to death strike him through the bow like we did with that Musashi in that one ranked game. And I mean, Minnesota has a thick torp protection, so we're definitely not going to die to Palmer torps. It could be a fun game, although probably not going to have the most XP, which is a waste for our first win. Granted, we win, of course. I really hope one day we can look at other player stats like how you could on or can on PC. I mean, obviously they can still hide it if they don't want to share it, but I'm really curious to see the Darings, how many games the Daring played total and in the ship. Burger's running to me. Doesn't want to fight anything on his own or create a crossfire. Hopefully they're either in front of me or at Charlie. If they're at A and C, that might be a problem. Pushing into B. Kind of wish I had a faster ship for 2 versus 2. there's Palmer. But where's... Alright, there's the Yamato. We have pretty good detection compared to these guys since we're out spotting them. I wonder how close we can get. Actually, we're gonna get spotted by Palmer. I don't know if we can Citadel Yamato from this far. Might have to be at like 13. Because Minnesota does have pen like Candace where it's actually less than the main battleship line.
The ship is on fire.
Alright. Minnesota armor. Alright, he's turning in and lifting his Citadel. I aimed right at the waterline. Alright, not as much damage as I was hoping for. Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the Yamato is what's
Returning to ship.
got crossplay off. Alright, let's try for the cheek. Although I'm gonna probably have to start worrying about Palmer now. Man, that all landed right on the cheek, but there was no Citadel.
The ship is on fire.
Alright, he's launching torps right now. Where's our burger? Backline sniping. Doesn't have torps on this side.
Problem solved, sir. The ship is on fire. Main turret critically damaged.
Off to a great start. We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
He shot my turret instead of my bow.
Main turret critically damaged.
Oh. If we had Wiltry build and our heal did more health over the shorter time, probably would have survived that. Alright, it'd be a shame if our full health burger lost to this Yamato because he's parked flat broadside. I was gonna say it was our Yamato with crossplay off, but I'm starting to think it's our burger. I just want to win in the Minnesota so I can move on. Alright, I'm pretty sure he's close enough to get Citadel now by the Yamato. Just needed 2 more seconds. Yeah. Probably one of the things that I actually hate about the alternate American battleship line is just how slow the reload is. Okay. At least we got our first win. Kinda wish we got more Citadels on the Yamato with that salvo. We only got 1. Alright, well, we got our first win. Now we can move on. Actually maxed out the Kita. Even though we don't have the last mod or upgrade, it's a kind of useless torp upgrade, so don't really care about it. Haven't really touched the Seattle much. Oh, we actually got the second upgrade for Chungmu. Faster torps, more damage and range. Okay, what about Sejong? Sejong, we are really far from the first one. Need another 40,000. I think we work on this. Try to get as many first wins as we can to make it easier to grind. People turn off crossplay because they can't. You know, I never really thought about it like that. That actually makes sense. I really hope one day Wargaming actually does something about people with crossplay on being forced into those small games. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's fun when you have the right ship to brawl a bunch of battleships. Like that, I had that one Massachusetts video where we literally like killed their whole team. But then there's other times where it's just a waste of time, especially when you're trying to grind and you're using your boosters and all of that. Like, I think they should, if anything, force people with crossplay off to actually, or well, I guess not just crossplay off, but just force the matchmaker to fill the game, make sure it's a 9 versus 9, and actually force the queue time as long as it needs to be to get that. So then if we're in a queue for like, I don't know, 4 minutes or something, like we definitely know that it's a crossplay off game, we can back out and re-queue and hopefully get like a normal lobby. Kind of like this, a minute 30. I don't think it should be taking that long. If they ever do address a lot of these, I guess, outstanding issues, I feel like this game would be so much better. No destroyer. It's 2 raiders on the enemy team. A lot of battleships. So if we're lucky with no carrier over here, and just a bunch of battleships, even if they're rubricked and with sonar, I mean, we can launch 32 torpedoes. I doubt that they'll actually be able to dodge everything.
Action stations.
Just went back and watched. Parked it like a dummy and slapped me in the Republic. Finished you. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything that I recognized a couple names because I'm pretty sure there was also CX on the other team. Just wanted to avoid jinxing myself, I guess. Yes, 2 rubrics. Don't know where the planes are. I might turn in and try to come over here in this corner. He's turning out and broadside.
Smoke generator started.
Oh, we might land a torp on him. Alright, we landed the torp. Oh, he's turning back. Even though they have sonar and everything and spotting these torps really far away, there's just so many. They're not gonna dodge all of them.
Smoke screen set.
Rupert ate another one. Oh, radar. Alright, hopefully our team can finish one of these guys. Although they're probably in Wolf's rebuild. Two of our ships went around the outside at Charlie, which is probably the worst thing you can do on this map, because now they're out of battle for basically 5 minutes. What's going on, Gotti?
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Teammate, I need your support. Get back.
I think what we need to do is just stay here at A, kinda. This guy's gonna definitely turn in. Hopefully Buffalo doesn't have sonar. Keep sailing full speed as well. He might line up with these sets of torps. Oh. Definitely did.
Attention, support that target.
Oh, really? 4 torpedoes don't dev strike a Buffalo.
Affirmative.
That's really trash. Alright, maybe we kill Ruprecht as well. Our predictions for where to launch torps were pretty good, considering that we didn't actually have the line because they were still sailing towards us at the time. Ruprecht's dead? Nice.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Buffalo's flooding? No, he's on fire from something else. Alright, good job, Mean. Ruprecht is gonna reverse. I think he's gonna go forward again though.
Our team has taken the lead.
actually turning in. I think he wants to run from us. Basically a big DD. This guy's definitely not having a fun time. That torp might hit him. Oh, his engine got knocked out. It's definitely hitting him.
Enemy battleship found.
Our team has taken the
Oh,
lead.
torpedo spam. Eight torp. I'm really disappointed that 4 torps didn't kill the buffalo though. Some of those actually hit the middle of his ship as well, and I thought these deep waters actually had some decent damage on them. Could be wrong because it is a cruiser. I don't think they'd let cruiser torps do more damage than a destroyer. Alright, with the CV at the back of the map, we might have enough time to cap A. Did a lot of damage to 2 Rubrics and a Buffalo. With the cap, it might only be like, I think like 2600 base XP. Have I noticed the overall accuracy normalization? I have no idea what you're talking about. What you mean by that? I know the other day you were saying you had some really good battleship accuracy. But, I mean, I have good accuracy. Depends on the build I use. But generally it's good accuracy. They're right up there, 14 to 16k. And I guess Buffalo does have, what, like 45,000 hit points? Something like that. And if they hit the bow and stern, which I think 2 torpedoes did, there's not enough HP in the bow or stern to actually deal full damage for torpedoes, unlike battleships.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Alright, well the CV didn't find their Shokaku. Wonder if he drove on this side? Oh, he did drive over here. Interesting. Well, while we're at it, why don't we add some planes to our ribbons? Then we'll definitely have a 3K game with planes. We're not leading enough. I had a feeling he was coming after me. Why did those land short? Oh, he dropped fighters. I'm just gonna sail in a straight line for these. Actually did quite a bit of damage. Well, thanks to the Shokaku, we got a lot more damage. And also planes. If there wasn't a battleship near us, I probably would have just drove right up next to him. Tried to shoot down as many planes, maybe try to deplane him. 159,000. 2 damage short. 3,400. The Shokaku planes and extra damage definitely helped our XP there. Also got 10k out of that game from our first win bonus and booster. It's a good chunk to get. I think now we're only 30k away now. Yep. So if we can perform like that, it's only going to take 3 more games to unlock the first upgrade. I think we're okay with Changmu. We don't really need to grind that because don't really need range on our destroyer guns. What overall accuracy normalization you've been playing since the game previewing your accuracy? It looks like a McDonald's signed 90% of the time on Max Sim with Max Cunningham. Alright. Time to suffer with Seattle. Actually, either Seattle or Drake. I feel like Drake is pretty rough as well. It's my Celtic commander. No, actually I switched to Neptune just because she's 16. I could get this guy to 16 and get the maxed out or nearly maxed out fixated. Especially because Celtic could make use of Igniter instead. If we do that, see, this is our supposed to be our minnow commander. I need another commander. I don't want to keep changing my inspirations. I guess we'll just make do with having Sims as an inspiration on this. Gotta reset your commander. None of this tinfoil hat stuff. Get enough of that from Peak. Actually, it's 9 o'clock. The daily reset. I should go do the Schlieffen Bureau after this. Peak has too many tinfoil hat stories. Dude said he saw aliens.
Show 'em what we've got, chaps.
Minotaur. We can overmatch Minotaur's bow. Wonder if he has a radar. I also feel like I need to use the bathroom, so I might actually just YOLO in here. Probably should have went before we started this game. Not a radar mino. Do you think he has help? Oh, he's Yamato. Although he missed very badly. Probably gonna die here.
A tutte le unità, richiedo fuoco di supporto.
Yamato was shooting HE. I don't think he's gonna load EP. This guy's definitely launching torps now. Main shot at us though. No way this guy's reversing away from us.
Richiedo assistenza. Target penetrated.
Uh-oh. There's a Shima out there.
Destroyed.
Oh, we just death struck him through the bow.
Hull breach. We're taking
Oh,
on
the main
water.
reversed. RNGesus,
Problem
please.
solved, sir.
He's missing.
Main turret critically damaged.
Also, destroyer that's sailing full speed out of his smoke.
Fire. Fighter airborne.
Ow. Can we kill off their destroyer? Alright.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Well, that was actually better than I was expecting. But I do want to do this again in the Drake. But I did have to use the bathroom, so I will be right back. I will play Drake as soon as it's out of battle, I guess. Okay, I am back. Wonder how that game went. It was a win. Oh, second on the top after we just YOLO'd into a minnow, and then, well, we did dev strike him through the bow, and then gearing. Not bad. Play it again just cause I want to get an actual game in. But we actually had some pretty accurate salvos with AP. I still do wish that it had a radar like Albemarle though. Still going on about the tinfoil hat theories about resetting inspirations and whatnot to try and get your accuracy better. What's going on, Skillator? Yeah, definitely having a pretty good one so far. Pretty stupid how Albemarle gets a radar. Well, when Albemarle released, I think I remember it not having a radar, but in order to make it more relevant, they gave it a radar. Although, considering that they gave it, yeah, so Albemarle didn't have radar when it came out, but I feel like since they knew that the Albemarle wasn't really that appealing, and then they gave it to have more use, I feel like they would have learned the lesson from the first time and gave Drake a radar. I mean, I guess in a way it has its own gimmick now with the 234s. But I still feel like if Drake had a radar, it'd probably be a lot more fun.
Alle Stationen, vorrücken zum Erobern dieses Bereichs.
Okay, carrier match. It's a Kaga, one destroyer, Champagne, and a Brandenburg. Okay, there's Brandenburg, so Champagne is probably here since he's not spotted at A yet. I think everyone can believe what they really want to about their own theories. I think realistically it just depends on the ship type you're shooting at and if they have a camo and what third mod slot they're using. Because for the most part, shooting at cruisers, as long as they're actually using concealment mod and a camo, your accuracy is just going to be worse because, I mean, it's 9.5% of incoming fire dispersion debuff. Oh, got his engine. Ouch. Alright, can we set a fire on Hipper since he damaged Conda's engine? Oh, we did. Nice.
Problem solved, sir.
Of all the battleships that we have on our flank, the Champagne is the one I didn't want to see. At least not having to be out in the open trying to kite and gun. Do I have any of the Aussie cruisers? What are the Aussie cruisers? Is it just Perth? I think Perth is the only Australian ship. Right?
Fighter airborne.
Race update. That's when it hit. Honestly, I don't notice anything. And I also play battleships a lot. I don't really see anything different. What kind of cruiser was that? These torps shouldn't reach, right? This is the Australian. Oh, DD's on the other side. I forgot what this is. Why are these torps still coming? It's not deep water, so it's not the Harbin. Oh, Edinburgh. Okay, so he's using the torp range mod or commander skill. Ah, got double citadel on him. Hopefully this still hits him. Nice.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser. Off to a cracking start.
Alright. If Brandenburg dies, we can try to push in and get that Edinburgh's broadside.
Fighter returning to ship.
9.2, 9.3. Let's just... Brandenburg turned away. Edinburgh has a plane. Or is that Hipper's plane? Oh, got a torpedo on him. What is our air detect? 6-2. Okay, I think we're okay. Alright, Champagne's still flooding. Edinburgh's getting lucky that he's not getting dev struck.
We sank their battleship. Our team has taken the lead.
Alright, can we still citadel him? Unfortunately not. Alright, Brandenburg's dead, so now we can fight this guy. Just gotta be careful of Kronstadt. Although I think he has his hands full at the moment. Alright, it says we can lob. Well, clearly not. Launch torps at the destroyer. Alright, we're still spotted by Kronstadt. Alright. Turn my guns to the right and shoot that Chapayev with the rear turret when he gets around. Oh, never mind, he's dead. Really
Main
got
turret
the turret.
critically damaged.
Probably should just switch
Problem
to
solved, sir. Main turret critically
HE.
damaged.
There we go.
We destroyed
Just needed him
an
to
enemy cruiser
want to
in
launch
sight.
torpedoes. Well, I played Georgia the other day. Definitely not laser beams. Jean Bart, neither. I mean, Lenin is Lenin. I don't think you're ever gonna have bad accuracy in Lenin. What's going on, Kimmich? So like 2 games and like beams. Yeah, I don't get accuracy like that in Georgia. Georgia's a no-go because Georgia always been accurate. Georgia's never really been accurate for me. Could be because I do the meme build, but even when I did accuracy build, it was always really trolly. Georgia Sigma is a 1.8. Georgia, Massachusetts, Iowa, Missouri all have the same Sigma. Alabama, New Jersey, Kansas have 1.9 Sigma. Is Kaga stopping? Is he stopping to eat the torps? Probably need to be closer if you want to sit down, but interesting. If that Kaga just kept going forward, he'd have dodged those torps. I guess he would have rather tried to reverse to the border rather than set the plotted course. Kind of a good game. AP is pretty good. We were able to citadel that that Hipper, even though it's short fuse. New Jersey has 1.9. The rest have no. Alabama and Kansas also have 1.9. Georgia, they changed too much from PC. Well, that's what happens when they try to squish everything into 7 tiers. I mean, let's go to tier 7. Black's a tier 9, Fletcher's a tier 9, this is a tier 10. Iowa, New Jersey, Missouri is all tier 9. What else? Plymouth's a tier 10, Lion's a tier 9. Zed of 6 is a tier 9. Siegfried is a tier 9. No, Flandre is the right tier. Jean Bart's a tier 9. Uderlo is a tier 9. Riga is a tier 9. Yolo Emilio's a tier 9. Friesen's a tier 9. Osterjotland's a tier 9. A lot of ships that should be our tier 8 squish into tier 7. But Summers in tier 7 is pretty much tier 10. Yeah, but that's also why Summers is going to be designated as CE. That's why they said Wichita, Mainz, and Summers, I think, so far, are all going to be designated CE. Well, we have 2 fire skills. We don't need this. Play 1 Perth game and then I'm gonna go work on bureau stuff. Is it a buy only ship? I don't think the Perth is available. I'm pretty sure it was only available during Halloween last year. If you played the modes enough and got the Halloween, I don't know, credits or the resource. I don't think it's come back as global or doubloons. Not sure if I actually played this ship since they updated the HE pen. Feel like this might actually be really strong since they updated it, because now we can pen all the battleships that are tier and above us.
Show 'em what we've got, chaps.
CE should have just got it in the campaign. Doesn't matter if we had. Well, I guess that's also why they started with the disclaimer and CE and all of that, because they realized some of them were a mistake. What do you think of Atago? Atago's an okay ship. It's just been power crept by a lot of the stuff that's been added ever since like year 1.
Smoke generator activated.
Alright, well, I wanted to shoot AP at his broadside, but he's smoked up. Alright, Dunkirk's on a perma. No, that's a. He just damage con, not permanent. Hopefully we can set it permanent. Uh-oh. Did we reverse too fast? I think we have propulsion mod, that's why. Probably pop our sonar for the Ramat's torps.
Fighter airborne.
If he turns in, he should reach. Waiting for that Dunkirk to push out. Alright, I'm still spotted. Probably by the Ramat. Definitely not the Bayern. I'm the first person to use the ship. I feel like most of the time, all the CCs and whatever, they don't really play low tiers all that much. So it's probably why you haven't seen it. Aside from the videos of when the ship first got released. Alright, do we get Deathstruck trying to turn back in? Okay. Alright, Dunkirk's still just hiding.
Attention, reporting the target position.
It's a tier 7 cash grab. I mean, we can all look at it however we really want to. I mean, I don't disagree. I think a lot of the ships that were forced into tier 7 that were nerfed a lot shouldn't have, and should have just had a tier 8 from the start. Tier 8 was so tier 7 premiums could be a... I mean, literally tier 8 has been asked for since the release of Legendary tier, because I mean it's literally tier 8 versus tier 10.
Smoke generator activated.
So purely for the reason for them to get as a cash grab, I don't think that's true at all. I mean the pricing is outrageous, but I don't think it's, I mean, purely meant for that.
We sank their battleship.
Tier 8 is trash. It's a legendary filter to allow tier 7 premiums. There's still a lot of good tier 8 ships. It's just, it feels like half of them aren't really upgrades. Tier 8 that's really good is Prince Ruprecht only. I think the Musashi, Republic are also really good. Sumner, Chungmu.
Smoke
Even though
screen
the Kitakaze is not a clear upgrade over Akizuki, it's still pretty good. think the only
Fighter
issue is
airborne.
just the way that tier 8 doesn't earn credits. I think if tier 8 had normal credit earning and you could actually earn stuff, then I mean, even if the ships aren't, you know, that busted, it'd still be a lot better to play. Surrey and a Fiji. I think I just play passive here, wait for our team to kill those guys, and then come this way. Oh, they did. Okay, good. You're one. Oh, what I get spotted by? Fiji.
Fighter returning to ship.
Alright, our team is starting to push back in. Enemies capturing Bravo. I don't know if the destroyer's coming from where the Fiji was. I think Surrey only has 3 torps. Maybe not. Surrey's using RGA. Wait, 1.5 mil off the Magi, 18 mil is taking too long to get. Yeah, there's a reason I haven't played Nagato. I mean, they buffed it recently, like a few months ago. But my my Nagato doesn't have any modules or ship upgrades on it. Okay, good. He can't overmatch me.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser. Has taken the lead.
Alright, this Fiji's kind of screwed. We have 2 battleships going from 2 different
To port.
directions on the island. Oh, there's the destroyer.
Torpedoes to port.
Anna had died? How'd you get spotted? Alright, I'm on Fiji sonar.
Fighter airborne.
Oh, good job, Nagato. This guy really wants to tort me. We can just reverse. Shoot under his turrets. Ugh. 4 pens and one of those is a Citadel. Well, not a bad game. Fiji had 4 kills. Alright, not a bad game in Perth. Definitely don't play that ship as often. Alright, so for Ruprecht, we need to do Shenyang. And then also Oland. Don't need that. The UK European governments had an issue with Wargaming selling ships with differentiated stats. I mean, then there's probably issues with, like, I don't know, the Black Friday ships, some of the winter ships that had slightly different stats, even though they're basically the same thing. I think even Azurlane Yukikaze had different stats as well.
Bonne chance et bon vent. Let's show them what we're made of. C'est qui les meilleurs?
I mean, if we really think about that, I mean, if they nerfed premiums, they nerfed your, they nerfed Lenin, they nerfed Jean Bart, Summers, whatever premium that you spent money for, wouldn't you have a problem with that? More so than the fact that they released CE ships and then slightly altered, I guess, new standard ships. I mean, imagine those who spent a bunch of money on crates to get like the winter shards or whatever for like the Lenin, and then they just nerfed the crap out of Lenin, and then it's basically just another Vladivostok with kind of trash accuracy no matter what. Then what? Alright, we're spotted. This guy's detection is really low. But seems like he's a torpedo boat with only 3 bars. If he's not gonna smoke up, there you go. That's what I was waiting for. This is exactly what I wanted. Destroyers that don't expect you to have a radar. There's nothing this guy can do now. We're not getting spotted because he smoked up. Oh, that's Shenyang dead. Yeah, it just shows that they put OP ships and wanted to nerf them later. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they technically could have nerfed the premiums, but I mean, because people would have such a big problem, a lot of people would probably ask for refunds. I mean, look what they did to Weimar. They moved it to tier 7. A lot of people asked for refunds, including myself. Alright, we saw Torps come from over there. unfortunate. Alright, Richelieu and Bismarck should be able to take care of this Ruprecht. He's still the closest. And the resets are going all the way back, so there's no destroyer in the cap even though we're located. Okay, they're not pointing out here. You're okay with nerfing Primas as long as they don't harm the overall health of the game. So they can double dip on the power creep. I mean, was moving Weimar really that big of a nerf? I mean, they gave it a heal. And not even ships like Bayard have a heal. And Weimar has a faster reload, more pen on its HE. I mean, it still got a buff for going up to tier 7. Let's get as much damage on the Hayate as we can. We're spotted by that public. I think we might kill Rupert with that one torp on the end. Don't know you refunded Weimar? Well, I refunded Weimar because I wanted the doubloons to spend on something else. I forget what was out at the time, but that's basically what I used my doubloons on at the time. Alright, his guns are on the wrong side. Well, technically they're not. But Weimar versus Mainz. I mean, yeah, Mainz and Weimar are very similar. I personally think Mainz is a little better. But, I mean, the Weimar is still really good. Their team got steamrolled. Daring next. I'm gonna do Oland first, just so we can get our bureau stuff out of the way, and then we can go do Daring. Tier 5 carrier. Our AE is not bad. I think if anything, it should have only been 9 tiers. I don't think we really needed. I mean, maybe even 8. I don't think we need tier 1 and 2 from PC. I think those were a waste of time. And I mean, if we started with the tier 3s, which is our tier 2s, like St. Louis and all of that, I mean, I feel like people might actually play those tiers just because, you know, those ships aren't bad. The St. Louis is actually pretty good. It would also mean being able to start on like a destroyer instead of having to do like one cruiser then pick the destroyer next kind of thing. Well, I don't know. I do think they should have had basically all the tiers from PC, at least to tier 10, and not have the tier 10 ships in Bureau, because I mean I'm sure this is going to be years down the road, but what are they going to do with super ships? We already have a daily login bonus. What other like dented thing could happen? Okay, I'm located. Whatever battleship that was, I think it was a Nagato. No, Fuso. Wonder how he spotted plane, probably. Okay, I'm not located anymore. Jeez, their whole team is in one square. Alright, we're landing a bunch of torps. Why is there that big of a gap?
Enemy battleship detected.
Kind of wish I had less is more for more torp reload and damage. Should turn off my AA actually.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
It's turning in. Is he not slowing down? What kind of cruiser is that? York? This Maz might actually be in sonar range. Not quite in sonar. Is he gonna eat those torps? Those barely missed. Our York turned around. Oh, someone has him spotted. Alright.
Our team has taken the lead.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Alright, let's see if we can save our Prince Heinrich.
Engine boost activated.
Prince Heinrich basically has no AA. Nuremberg got death struck. Trento got death struck. Over half their team's dead in 5 minutes.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
Dual purpose torps. At the end of the day, if Repub can be tier 10, can be tier 8. Hoping Ohio can be a tier premium. My only fear of if they do that is if Ohio just becomes another Georgia without secondaries. That'd be a really sad day. Yeah, skill to rebuild.
Engine boost
Prince
deactivated.
Heinrich's not dead.
Victory is in sight.
Too bad there's no like you're welcome button. Man, when they nerf Will to Rebuild, if they nerf it into the ground, I wonder how poorly a lot of Battleship players are gonna play. Because they can't just sit next to someone and not die. If this guy didn't have Will, he would have died to the fire a long time ago. Maybe died to... I think that was a Prince Heinrich. What am I eating in Hawaii? Hawaiian food? Honestly, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, we're literally surrounded by different continents that have different culinary, I don't know, is it culinary arts, different foods and whatever. Right, to the west we got Asia, and then to the east we got the US, North America, South America. So we really have all kinds of stuff out here. Well, glad we got that done. Now we don't need to worry about Schlieffen Bureau. Okay, we can do daring. I do still like my reload build. What's going on, Brett? It's broken, but compared to Ichi and Fire Chance, I mean, I've been using Fight Fire with Fire and I do just fine. Even on my Massachusetts, I use Running with Scissors. I think it's just painful for those that that use dispersion commanders that don't have any actual good fire reduction skills. Like even, I mean, a lot of people don't like New Jersey because it doesn't have marksman, and they'd rather have marksman rather than firefighter, which I think is really dumb because firefighter literally makes your ship so much more survivable versus HE spam. But they'd rather have a skill that lets you have 2 fires in your superstructure, and then they're the ones complaining about HE spam. I mean, even if it's not HE spam, I mean, I get that they put in Will to Rebuild to try and make it so you don't die to fires, but then, I mean, a triple battleship division or double battleship division just lemming in Will with like 1 destroyer. I mean, there's not a whole lot that you can actually do about it.
Let's get to it.
I mean, literally, that Prince Heinrich survived battleships trying to kill him, 2 of them, and it wasn't even him trying to survive against fire or HE spam. Just because he just constantly healed at the same amount that a normal repair party does, which is 0.5% per second. Alright, have a good one, Skillator.
Enemy force detected.
I mean, any game that's like PvP and you have infinite amount of like HP, I think is just really dumb. I mean, could you imagine like, I don't know, Call of Duty or something, Warzone, and literally you don't die, you have God mode. 1 person on their own can't out DPM you to actually kill. Okay, see if I can keep this Kleber in sonar. Keep him spotted. And then our team can probably just farm him.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Smoke generator activated.
We're a little too close to Kleber.
Smoke screen set.
Our team can keep lobbing him.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
The basic commanders have no downsides. Meanwhile, in order for you to hit a target, you have... Well, I mean, then it's less about HE spam, more about the cruiser commanders not having any downsides. Which that I definitely agree. Because they get AP skills and HE skills. But I think it's less about specifically HE spam, but more about cruisers have battleship range. I mean, literally in the Colbert, if you use Beyond Range, you have 17 kilometers of range, which is battleship's base range, and you're shooting 127mm guns. Like, how is that, like, a thing?
Torpedoes direct front.
Nice work.
I think what they should do is just get rid of beyond range, because they have refill station to get, you know, another 10%. And then somehow split the AP commander skills from the HE. Alright, what is this Alaska doing? I wish he turned out. Oh, he just shot. I think he's gonna beach. Oh, predicted that one. Should have probably been shooting him so I could try to get my stacks of reload. I mean, I guess technically we
Destroyed. An enemy cruiser has taken the lead.
technically we got damaged, so our reload's a little quicker.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Thank God there's a Montana all the way at the back, huh? What is this? Cobb? He's farming out in the open. Simato's turning away.
Victory is in sight.
Smoke generator activated.
There's first stack. I think we shoot the guy that's running away. And then we can shoot the guys that are closer.
Victory is in sight.
Alright, maybe we actually get shot at so we can get more from the standard fall. No, I'll just damage Khan. I'll continuously shoot him then. This Montana is literally parked stationary broadside to our whole team. Let's put some AP into this upper belt of this Montana. Alright, that is a double fire.
Enemy warship.
I think we can afford to take some damage from this minnow. Alright, we're at 50%, so we're getting another 10% reload right now.
Main turret
1.9-second reload.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
I feel like all we really need to do in Daring is Gunboat. Such a good destroyer. I mean, fires for shouldn't be. I mean, you have damage con in the second mod slot. The problem is propulsion mod is bugged that you can reverse twice as fast, or well, 50% faster. Propulsion mod isn't supposed to make you reverse faster, just reach your max speed faster by 50%. Battleships are supposed to reverse at around 13 knots on average. But with this, now you reverse at like what, like 18 or 19 knots? And then that's literally why a lot of ships just bow in reverse, because they can get away with that. If this only did acceleration and didn't actually change your reverse speed, I'm sure many people would just go to this. I feel like there's a lot that we have to actually, you know, change how ships reverse. 11 average? I mean, that depends if you're using drill bits or not. If you're not using drill bits, it's going to be around 13. 12 or 13. I mean, granted, 2 knots isn't that big of a difference. But I mean, still, propulsion mod would then make it 16, 17 knots in reverse. Which is probably the one thing I really hate, because I do love drive-bys. And people who misposition really poorly, they just reverse and then they're all of a sudden going, well, I guess then there's only like a 10 knot difference in most battleships. I think there's a lot that contributes to HE spam and everything. No, let's play Yamato. I'll play Yamato without any, well, I guess technically just fight fire with fire. I mean, there's some games where it is difficult because it's literally all cruisers where you're either going to dev strike them or you're just going to be burnt down. Try damage con and fire duration reduction. Prop mod is just too powerful. Well, see, the problem with that, like, it's because you have like that play style already where you have prop mod that you can just accelerate or just reverse. Because most of the time when you're in trouble, you're just gonna bow in and reverse. That's what it is. But if you're playing, I don't know, just a battleship normally, you would be ideally shooting at stuff beyond your detection. So in between salvos, you'd actually go undetected, which is why also I was really happy for concealment mod. Yeah, you know what? Let's I'll do damage con. Also, it was taking 2 minutes. I was wondering if that was the Xbox only. What's going on, Alf? But yeah, I mean, you look at how people on PC play. None of them are just sitting bow in and like doing that reversing stuff. I mean, obviously they have a lot more range to work with, but I mean, it's still the same principle here. You're a BB rudder loser. Felt comfortable, not a throttle jockey. I mean, rudder is not bad. I mean, in certain brawling ships. And I guess some ships like Iowa or whatever that have like a 20-second rudder shift. Even Montana, I think, what is Montana's like 21 seconds or something? Ooh, Marlboro. If we're lucky, yeah, we get to shoot a broadside Marlboro. Oh, that's gonna be a good day. 4 destroyers though, no cruisers. Just the Buffalo. Marlboro might shoot HE. Okay, we have 2 destroyers with us. What are the chances it's 2 enemy destroyers? 2 destroyers with us and 2 on A, nothing in Bravo. Okay, this is the division, so double Montana division. I mean, look at that guy, he's bowing reversing. HE loaded. Oh, why did he go unspotted? Gearing smoked up the farm. He didn't even launch torps yet. Well, that's really unfortunate. He was broadside too. I don't know what this guy's doing. Alright, this guy's finally coming in. Alright, spotted by a destroyer now. This guy's probably not gonna shoot. Okay, that guy angled out.
Nice work.
I don't know what our Kleber's doing. I'm gonna hold my shot just so I can help the Kleber with whatever's spotted. Jutland. He slowed down a lot faster than I thought. Jutland got annihilated. There's a destroyer on the outside. Which Montana was shooting HE? I think it was the other one. Okay, gotta be careful. I don't know what battleship that was in the middle. I wasn't paying attention. I'm spotted. Yeah, there's a destroyer over there. 2 Shimas. Alright, well, I need to start driving away from that. It's a GK. Uh-oh, I think we're overturning. We overturned. Kleber went that way. Well, we're just going to be chased this whole time by the destroyer, which is really unfortunate. Oh no, there's a Montana here as well. Unfortunately, wait, 2 Shima Torps on the extremities, so we took basically 50,000 from 2 Torps. Jeez, look at that angle. So he's behind us. Just gotta sail away, I guess. Two battleships and a cruiser spotted. So both of their destroyers have never been spotted once. I don't know why Gearing's gonna go through there. So Gearing and Kleber's gonna die. And then we're not gonna have anything to find their Shimas. I think this guy's still trying to sail behind us. He didn't turn in. Oh, the other destroyer's in Alpha. Alright, well, he's turning away. Oh, that second turret dispersion looked pretty good. Okay, so Shima is definitely going to the border behind us. HE spam and RNG is ruining the game. I mean, I think HE spam should be a thing. I don't know at what point it becomes annoying. I mean, if cruisers didn't have more than battleship range, if you use the tank commander, then I wouldn't have a problem. But because they have beyond range without any, I guess it's basically just the cruisers that have, you know, commander skills that have no downsides. That's like the only issue. Actually, there's a destroyer here. I don't know what to do. I guess just keep sailing in a straight line. Oh, there's the GK. This is really annoying, having 2 destroyers and not having a clue where they're at. I guess technically we could try to use this Montana to protect us. Yes, Montana, protect us. we know where both of them are.
Nous avons été détectés.
Well, that's unfortunate. Our Kleber spotted because the other DD's spotting him. I want this Shima to shoot at me so I can try to blind fire him. Probably should have been paying attention to see if the Kleber was actually hitting him or not. I mean, I'm spotted. Okay, Gearing's gonna kill Shima.
全艦援護射撃を求む
I think Rupert's gonna kill him.
戦闘終了まで残り5分です。
What's up, Crom? Some mega brains on that team. Yeah, honestly, two destroyers I spawned with weren't exactly the brightest, but I know he had two Shimas that basically sat around the border of the map and didn't do anything. This Shima got lucky. Oh, now he's running. Hopefully he just dies. It's kind of a lame game. Spawn at sea. A Montana went around, so did Destroyer. Only one Montana actually charged in, and then we got chased around by the Shima for a good like 10 minutes. We lost most of our HP to 2 torpedoes because they hit our bow and stern. Maybe we do tier 7. Jutland spawned with you at B. And South to Sea and died. Alright, well, let's avoid the Americans because I just used New Jersey with those. I think we also try to avoid hybrids. Leaves us with Russians, Italians. Russians, Italian, and Japanese. I think we do Amagi maybe. Probably a good example because Veneto and Roma, they do have a lot of disengage consumables and also have more repair parties. Ignore this. Who's the commander? Takeo Takagi. Ignore my secondary build. Okay. Let's do Damage Con mod as well. I think tier 7 has a lot more HE spam ships. Roma. I thought about playing the Roma to try and use it as an example, but I think having the exhaust smoke and basically another hybrid in Yachino, I think it might have been a little too easy. Because you start with 4. No, Roma has 3 repair parties. Or 4. But either way, it has Tetsudo. And then it's basically an accuracy commander. So you have another repair party and basically another, what you call it, only Amalfi. Probably has Sap, Chapayev. Could be a decent fight to see what we can do about HE spam using a dispersion commander. Could probably take off drill bits as well and just work with crisscross to keep our speed when we don't have propulsion mod. Roma slept on. Yeah, I agree. Especially after, well, I guess after Iachino and accuracy commanders were added. But I think before, when it was just D. Revel, Roma was probably not that great. Champagne. Alright, we got 4 battleships coming here. Wonder if Vlad's gonna try to turn out. Spotted by a plane. Amalfi, is that Ichi? Yeah, that's Ichi. This is Chapayev? Yeah, there's Chapayev. Alright, well, they have 7 ships here. Plus the carrier, so 8. Pushing this way. Don't want to really stick around. I think we take care of Chapayev first. I'm pretty sure EO Chapayev still pens us without using EOP. It still outranges us. Okay, Chapayev. Okay, he's reversing. Can't shoot us anymore though, so we can damage con. Atlantico only has AP. Oh, looks like he's coming back out now. I think he's stopping. I wonder if I aim well enough. They landed short. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Slightly higher. We would have probably got a couple citadels in there. Thought we had range on him. Five overpens. He shot at us. Turn out. You got 1 pen on us. Alright, let's turn back in. Haven't really been paying attention to where their carrier plane's been going. He's on like the edge. He's also turning out. So we're probably not gonna reach him. I mean, their whole team is there. We have one battleship pushing that flank. I think if we had another one on that flank, we could probably have a really good crossfire here. Alright, is this Iowa gonna turn out? Let's just be patient with this. Probably just shoot if we really wanted to, but want to try to get the big hits when we can. Just one.
À tous les bâtiments, concentrez le tir sur la cible.
Is he reversing already? He is. Maybe we have enough time that we can actually hit him. Alright, there's the citadel we were looking for. I think this is another bad example of trying to survive HE spam, because I mean, we're doing a good job of not letting this guy shoot at us anymore. But their whole team went into basically, what, 4 squares? Alright, should get some good accuracy because we do have Iachino. I didn't lean enough. Amalfi's really fast. Alright, I think I try to go to the other side. Create a crossfire because these guys are probably just going to sit bow in here. Okay, there's an Amagi. Chapayev's still alive. I think we shoot at him when he gets spotted again. Okay, there he is. Alright, we kind of shot a spread hoping he would turn out. Alright, perfect.
敵巡洋艦を撃沈
Did the carrier fly around?
警告戦場に火災を確認
Okay, well, nothing is close enough to us to spot. Malfi's using HE and not SAP. Question is, where's the black and his torpedoes? This guy's gonna reach the border at some point. He's probably gonna try to turn, let's say, away. Go back towards the rest of his team. Broadside Amagi. Dang, he was on the border. Just didn't get the accuracy we needed. Alright, let's shoot this Amagi. Oh, really? What a shame. So low. Flandre shot at him. No one shot this Amagi yet?
我が軍が優勢になりました。
I hope that actually hits him.
敵戦艦撃沈しました。
Hoping he turns away. I aimed a little higher. I think I also took enough lead. Maybe not quite enough. Alright, well.
戦闘終了まで残り5分です。 敵戦艦撃沈。
I think he hit the carrier. Right?
C'est qui les meilleurs?
He might actually be going forward now. Probably should have assumed because... Oh, there we go. Never mind. $130,000. 4 kills, no medals though. Black and Kaga both quit. Guess we can do... Hang on. Pretty sure one of those, either Veneto or Roma, is one of the Napoli bureaus? Veneto. Okay. Well, we can do Veneto. Full accuracy build. Really want to finish leveling up him, but so many commendations. Is Key good? Not really. I mean, it has better AA than Amagi, but it's less accurate with its main battery. And the torpedoes are like, what, only 6 kilometers? Also, the secondaries that are basically Akizuki turrets, they don't pen enough to actually deal damage to destroyers or battleship superstructures. So it's kind of pointless. Kind of wish they just turned Key into like a secondary battleship for like the Japanese. Give the Akizuki turrets enough pen. Or maybe it doesn't even need pen, it just needs range because it has a fast fire rate. Could be kind of like a Flandre where it's purely about setting fires. But no, Key is not that great compared to Amagi. There we go, this is a lot of cruisers. Although we do have exhaust smoke, so we have a better disengage than normal battleships would. I think I'll start out playing this fairly aggressively. And then just disengage as needed. We also have middle spawn, which is really nice. The 1700 days of premium is like 5 years. Well, I guess I'll be playing this game for like another 5 years to make sure I didn't waste my money. Most of the premium time I got out of crates. I wish I could sell it or like gift it or something. Because I do have some friends that don't have premium time. Could probably even use it as like a giveaway if I could donate it. Left flank is abandoning. Something's laying a smoke.
Forza nemica in vista.
We still hit an island if we shot at him. Probably should have switched to the damage con mod. I think I have propulsion right now. Fletcher, why did you abandon A?
Nice work.
I don't think we citadel him at this angle.
Incrociatore nemico individuato.
Algeries reversing. Oh, why did he get spotted and disappear? Okay, well we're hard spotted by A. There's an Austriotman. Okay, 2 battleships are spotted, so I think we can get away with pushing in.
Ricognitore in volo.
Only one.